Boy, can I help you?
Listen up. I'm bringing you the best content to ever exist in the door-to-door industry, from sales, leadership, recruiting, and personal development.
Well, why would I need that?
Because never before have we been able to collaborate with the top experts in their industries, sharing their secrets and techniques on what makes them the best.
Wait, who are you?
I'm your host, Sam Taggart, creator of the D2D Experts and D2D Con. Is there a place we can sit down?
Well, come on in.
We are excited to announce Jordan Belfort, the real Wolf of Wall Street, at D2D Con 2019, January 10th through 12th in Salt Lake City. Register today at d2dcon.com. Come as a team, learn as a team, leave as a team.
All right, everybody. I'm here with Amy Spencer on the D2D podcast, and I'm Sam Taggart, your host. And we are live here in my basement.
Yes.
So we're literally doing this one in Lehi, Utah. And I'm super excited because Amy is one of the few and far between that are females on the podcast. I'm like, girl power, like, more on you guys. Like, I'm like, where are they? So if there's more girls out there that are out crushing it.
Yeah, we need to know.
We need to know. Like, come out of the woodworks. There are a lot of amazing female talent out there.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of times they don't get recognized like they should. And I want to, acknowledge you, for being one of the best female reps, but not only that, one of the best reps in the industry.
Thank you.
One of the best reps in the entire industry in pest control right now. She's sitting at 905 service accounts, and on her way, we're sitting beginning of August, on her way to easily crush over 1,000 this year and be one of the first female Golden Door Award winners. So we're super excited to have you on stage at Door to Door Con and have you, get your award, and that'll be exciting.
No, thank you. That's a great intro.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Not to mention, I need to add something because I want somebody to contradict this.
Okay.
So, because I was trying to rack my brain, has anyone done this? 333 accounts in a month.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So if you guys sell pest control and you're sitting there saying, why would I listen to this podcast? Well, if you haven't done 330 in a year, there's one thing. Let alone a month, that's another thing. So to put things into perspective, those that don't do pest control, that, maybe sell a different service, most people in the pest control space sell maybe 100 to 175 on average, in that range in a summer. She did 333 in a month. That's insane, people.
Yeah, I went hard.
Hard.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive into, one, how does she do it? Because a lot of people, how many DMs a day do you get? What's your
Quite
pitch?
a bit, yeah.
What's your secret?
No, I'm ready to share some secrets.
Secret sauce. Here it comes.
I've got it.
So the other thing is the mental game and just kind of dealing with the trials and stuff that comes with being a female knocker. You know what I mean? There's a whole different aspect that you may have to deal with, and some of the stories that may come with that, which will be kind of interesting to dive into. And then we're going to dive into the sales process, like a little bit of like the psychology that she goes into in her process and how she crushes the doors and just tips and tricks. She's willing to get abundant, so let's get abundant together.
Yeah, let's do it.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Okay, so we're going to dive into, first, tell us a little bit about how you got started. And we'll just keep this super brief because a lot of people honestly don't care.
Yeah.
But
They don't care, but they do.
They do. Exactly.
But they don't.
They don't want to spend 20 minutes on this. So they'd rather get to the nuggets. But kind of quick in a nutshell how you got into it, how you got started.
So I was selling for a while, and I'd done a bunch of sales jobs that I was good at. And then I had some friends that were going out and selling that were girls. So I was like, okay, I've got nothing to lose.
They're doing it, I'm doing it.
I'm going to go out and do it. And then I happened to just do really well. So
how many did you do first week or day? Like, did it, when you say do really well, was it like an instant, like, boom, I got it? Or? Yeah,
it kind of was. Okay. Like, I sold with my friend. It was actually Labor Day. Or was it Memorial Day? I don't even know. Memorial Day? Is that the day
Memorial
that's like super
Day.
big?
Yeah,
that's the big day. And like, she was kind of rough too, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna throw in some good, like, make it a little bit less serious. And we ended up selling 6 that day, and she was a first year too, and it was our first day.
So two rookies training each other.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like, we'll figure this out together.
We'll figure it out. Yeah,
you got this.
It was fun. It was hard, but it was fun.
That's awesome.
And then I just.
But I think it's important to know. Let's rewind a little bit,
Okay.
because was that really your first sales job?
No.
No. When did you start selling?
I've sold like everything. Direct TV. I sold SEO. You probably don't even know what that is, do you?
Uh-huh.
Do you?
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
marketing.
over the phone to like
Wow.
people that were broke, business people. And I felt like guilty doing that. I'm like, okay, they're broke. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, okay, I like selling. I need to find the right thing. And yeah, I just decided to go out and sell door to door and happened to make a lot of money and do really well. And I'm like, I'm hooked.
I got this.
Yeah.
So I guess, have you ever had the stereotype of, oh, you do door to door? Like, wasn't expecting that. Like, what, like, you know what I mean? Or when your parents were like, wait, I'm not going to let you. Yeah. What was
they
that
were like
conversation?
that. They're probably going to be mad that I say
No,
this.
I'm curious. I really am.
They
Like,
did not want me to go out and sell.
I figured.
Because
Like,
I'm a girl, first of all, and they're like scared. They didn't want me to leave or whatever, but I'm like, I'm going.
so what were the limiting beliefs maybe that you were having kind of as you were like, should I really go knock on
Yeah.
doors?
Oh, I
And
was nervous, but I was at a point in my life where I like honestly had nothing to lose.
it was
I
kinda
was
like,
not happy.
I'm not
like
dating,
I wasn't in
I'm
a
not
good
happy with
place.
my job.
Yeah, well, I was just like sick of, just not doing anything. So I'm like, what do I have to lose? And it just happened to change my life.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, looking back, now you've done it 3 years
Oh yeah.
and made more than $1,000, right?
Something like that.
Something like that. And you look back at life and you say, me 3-4 years ago as
Yeah.
a phone call, SEO, broke college
Whatever.
kid, whatever.
Right.
Like, I mean, you'd probably never look at life the same.
Oh no. And like that's also the thing that makes me so happy, the people that knew me before I did it. Because it almost like makes it even better. Because it was such a 360. Like I honestly was just in a like weird place. So the people that know me from that and now they're like, wow. And it's inspiring. Like I feel like I'm inspiring people and I love that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It almost makes me want to like do better.
So have you found, because you've been crushing it, other girls are kind of like, well, if she can do it, I can do it? And has it kind of helped a snowball effect in your little network of like,
Oh, totally.
you got this, girl. Like, we can do it together.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing that surprised me the most, I think, was just how much of a leader or just like, I feel like I have a role in this industry as a female that's doing the amount that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that makes me even more want to like go out there and kill it for all those girls that are watching and telling me that they're inspired by me. So
It's huge.
yeah.
And there are a lot out there. I mean, I had probably 5 or 6 on my team at any given time. And
Yeah.
I remember there was one,
Oh, no.
she did literally like 10 accounts in like 20 weeks. Like,
Okay.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, go home, girl. Like,
Yeah.
please.
Go home, girl.
Just go home.
Just go.
Please.
Probably flirting with the guys.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, exactly. She probably had some like backdoor fling I didn't know
Right.
about. Anyway, I kind of find out last year she did 300 alarm
Wow.
calls. And I was like, oh wow, like she's freaking figured it out. She's bad at it. Like,
No thanks
throwing
to
down.
me.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like they're out there, and people sometimes they get this stigma
yeah.
of like, well, girls don't have the skin, or girls don't have.
Well,
the
they do.
gut.
They do. It's just, here's the thing about girls. I'm just going to say this. They are more emotional. Like, that's the problem. And they don't know how to, like, actually control their emotions. That really is the difference. Girls, honestly, are just as competitive. They work just as hard. If anything, they might have, like, a better... I think girls are more trusted when they're selling.
Oh, 100%.
But the close has to be stronger because they don't take girls as seriously.
Yep.
Where guys are not as trusted, they have to build a little more rapport, but the close is not as serious.
Because they're
You see
expecting
what I'm
it.
saying?
Like they're,
Yeah.
No, that's actually interesting insight. Well,
Yeah.
what's funny, last weekend I was in California and I went to this full seminar on understanding the difference between feminine and masculine energy.
There is a difference.
And it was all men.
Oh, yeah.
But we literally spent 3 days, 75% of the time was dancing. We did a tribal dance blindfolded for 61 minutes and we didn't realize it. Like
my
all the hard. I'm not even kidding. And I'm talking
sounds
like
kinda fun, though.
straight up weird, like modern, like just let it go.
Yeah.
Like feminine just to the max. And you have a bunch of macho, you know what I mean? A bunch
Yeah.
of dudes, testosterone rolling.
I'd pay money to watch
And I'm
that.
just, no, and the whole thing was eyes downcast, meaning like, you don't look up. Like, you kind of just keep in your zone.
Yeah.
So you're not judging the world. Because if you looked up, you're like, oh,
You're
I just
like,
really did a
what am I
ballerina twirl,
doing?
and I, like, totally am confident.
Yeah.
But it was so interesting because I really tapped into this feminine energy side. So
Yeah.
I'm on this, like, weird high right now, just so you know. But I want to speak to that because when you said the feminine, and guys have feminine.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of guys that are more feministic than macho, like the masculine, right? And that's not a bad thing. It's just channeling the energies for what they're good
channeling
for.
your market. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that the feminine doesn't sell. It's just how do you leverage that?
Oh, totally.
And how do you bring the masculine energy when you need it?
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of masculine energy to you.
You do. You have to have both.
Exactly.
And that's the thing I've had to like realize as training people. There's two different dynamics. You have to teach a girl how to sell like a girl and a guy to sell like a guy. And if you can actually get that down, then you can train both people the same pitch and they'll both be successful.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And I think to add to that is you also need to learn with the market that you resonate with. It's like you'll go pitch somebody and I'll go pitch them. You'll close them and I won't.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
People resonate with different people and it's like understanding how do I make me and my personality resonate and work and cater my approach and my...
You want to know something funny, actually? I'm not joking. Like probably 8 out of 10 times, if I'm selling a guy and the wife walks in the middle of the sell, the wife is so rude to me. And I don't close it. I'm like, oh crap. Like if they're both there, it's different. But if I'm selling the guy first and the wife walks in the middle of the sell, it's game over.
And you know what's funny is reverse that. I sell single like moms all the time. My favorite is mom's there. There's one time I'm literally shirts off, pretty lady, giving me a haircut in the living room. Dude walks in, husband.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? You know, I'm like sharp, good-looking dude with his shirt off in the living room. I'm like, oh, but like the guy doesn't care, like, because he's just like, oh, whatever. Like,
whatever.
There's so much difference.
If you can play it off,
but like I could see a girl getting so much more like that, killing that sell versus like. Dude walks in, I'm selling the wife. It's like,
see, and the way to like go about that sell if the woman walks in is you just make eye contact with her the entire time. If you look at him, then she's like what are you doing?
That's my man. Like,
oh, you guys are bonding. Like,
I can see that 100%. Good nugget. So if you're a female, make sure to tee those situations up properly.
Make eye contact with the girl,
and
not
win
the guy.
Wife over.
Yes.
Be like, I'm more interested in you than him.
Don't even look at him.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
you've already sold him. Yeah,
we're done.
Yeah.
Your turn. So yeah, let's keep jamming on this feminine thing. So what are some of the other like disbeliefs that you've seen other girls maybe say that you have kind of had to overcome, or maybe people that tell you, oh, you probably aren't that great, or I don't know, like what are some of the challenges I guess that
it is challenging, like being a girl in such a dominant guy industry.
Oh yeah, it's a bunch of macho.
Yeah, so I think you just have to you really just have to let your emotions go, like just put them aside, like deal with them later. You have plenty of time, like you're out selling, you can deal with those, like you just need to prioritize, like that's the most important thing. Yeah.
So it's I guess the nugget simply be process your emotions and realize that they're just emotions.
And that's the thing, like my first year versus now, I think the biggest takeaway for me was you're gonna have something come up regardless. Like something will come up that's gonna like get you down. You're gonna have to deal with that. But realize you can deal with it later. Like, you don't have to deal with it right then and there.
And it's not just speaking to females.
Yeah.
That's a male thing, too.
Yeah.
I think the issue is in sales, there's so much negativity, so much rejection, so much, like,
totally
hitting you in the face.
And then add something, like, in your personal life to that. And it's over.
Yeah, your wife calls you pissed, and you're just like, I'm already having people pissed at me. The last thing I want is you pissed at me. And then you're like, the rest of the day's shot.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm here, I'm selling.
Just do it.
The world is going on, but I'm like zoned.
And I think that really is like my biggest, probably like the best thing, the thing that I'm best at, I would say, is that.
So let's
just focusing like on what's right in front of me.
So let's talk on that. Well, we're going to get to that because that's one of the points. And I don't want to move too quick because there's other two questions I want to ask on the girl side. So the next point we're going to discuss is kind of how do you focus and weed out the emotions and weed out the distractions and weed out the chaos in this job, and what tricks and tips have you trained yourself to really dive into that. But couple more questions on the female thing that I had. One, if you advice for girls knocking to make sure that they avoid weird situations, unsafe situations. Because I think that's something that a lot of girls, that, you know, maybe that if they're listening to this and they haven't sold yet, but they're like, should I sell? And their fear is like, well, what if I get attacked? Or what if I get in a weird situation? Like, that's something I just almost want to address and maybe speak to that in the sense of like what you do and how you would help other girls out there knocking with that situation.
Well, let's just like face it. It is a thing. You're going to like be in a situation where someone's going to be creepy and like, like I had someone literally stalk me like probably a couple of weeks ago. Wow. And it was a little scary, but here's the thing. Like, if you're in a good neighborhood or just like a decent neighborhood and you're not dumb, like you don't go in someone's house if you like feel like they're already flirting with you, then you're literally making the risk like from 80% to like 10%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there are definitely ways to overcome it. I've never been in a situation like that, and I've been in this industry for 3 years. Yeah, and I've had plenty of guys creep on me, text me that I've had to block, call me, like you name it, I've probably ran into it. But I'm smart about it. Like you can be smart about it, and it won't happen.
I think that's what's helping kind of debunk it, because I think there's almost this myth of like there's this like high chance you're gonna get like kidnapped, and it's like not at all. I would never let my daughter knock doors. It's like
it's like imagine like you're in your own neighborhood and you're walking outside around the block or going on a run. If you actually think of it like that, then you're not going to run into it like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even if you're in a different state, like if you're smart about it like you would be in your own neighborhood, then the chances of you actually running into a situation that you don't want to be in is very like slim.
Very low. And I think people, naturally are good people. Like, and I think where it gets risky is when you play with the flirt game. Yeah. If you lead them on and keep it going.
That actually brings something up that I should have like said earlier, now that I'm thinking about it. That whole game of like flirting, I am very smart about like leveraging it to a certain point.
Yeah, because there's a part of charm. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And like
I
my prime target is
like,
30 to 40-year-old women.
Yeah.
I'll crush. So it's like
totally,
because I know the charm, but it's like I'm here to do business. Mm-hmm. But I'm at least gonna like we're
leverage
gonna,
what
we're
I
gonna,
can.
Yeah, we're gonna like each other. But there's never a point where it's like this is kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. Like where you know what I mean? I'm not playing with that emotion of theirs, but I'm playing with like I'm a very likable person, and you'll naturally love my charisma.
And that's the thing, like, if I'm getting in that point where they're, like, flirting with me, I will actually, like, be a lot more dominant. Like, I'll close them quicker.
Because you know that
what's going to happen.
They're afraid. Well, and also they're afraid to, like, reject you.
Make me mad.
Make you mad.
And the longer you sit on that flirting game, actually, the less likely they're going to close.
Because they feel like,
because you're not giving them cool more. Now. Yeah.
So, so hack.
Yeah.
Play like you got them in your hands at that point.
Play it out, but then stop quickly.
Yeah. It's like, okay, now that obviously there's like something here. Let's get this thing done.
Exactly.
All right, sign down payment. Oh, we'll see
Leave
later.
them wanting more.
Yeah,
exactly.
Hey, we'll see you later. Call me for the referrals.
It's like dating.
Exactly. Money.
Right.
Love this. And that goes two ways, guys.
Yeah.
You sell women too. I think it plays both sides.
Oh yeah.
But I actually think people don't psychologically understand that game, and they don't ever tap into that close.
Yeah, it's true.
I really don't think they do.
Because they're too like insecure to do it. I feel like.
Yeah, they really are. It's almost like, well, yeah, I'm not good enough, or what if it's almost
exactly.
Like, I don't know.
They talk themselves out.
They taught that, and they've taught themselves that maybe their whole life.
See it for what it is and just run with it. I think that's what I'm probably the best at. Is just like taking what I have and just going with it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, any other female advice that you're like, any girl knockers out there, girl power, like, what, any other advice that you're like?
Yeah, I do have some advice. I always tell, like, any girl that messages me, I will just, like, go full on, like, there are guys out there that are very lonely. Guys, you get lonely. Like, ignore them. You're out there with a purpose. Like, focus on selling.
Don't get caught up in the
don't get caught up in the office drama. That is why guys are so reluctant to get girls as reps.
So I didn't for literally my first 2 years managing. I will never recruit a girl. I'm like, simply because
and I think there are a lot that create drama.
No, I literally was like, I just don't want to deal with the office drama of this dude dated. Then the first job recruiter girl, she literally dated 3 different dudes on the team throughout the summer.
Exactly.
And I was like,
and they all do
this
that.
is really awkward.
It's like,
you just were making out with him, and now you're making out with him. And I'm not gonna say anything, but
like, what are you doing?
yeah, I'm like,
I thought you were here to sell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And luckily she did sell, but it was like, what reason are you, like, I've had other girls come out because it's like, how cool, I get to go be around 20 good-looking dudes that all are successful,
dumb.
and it's
Yeah.
like, I don't want you on my team.
And girls, like, they will like you so much more if you're killing it and not paying attention to them.
Yes.
Honestly.
That's very probably true.
So actually, like,
yeah, just go
yeah,
literally
go kill
put
it,
your head
and then
down,
they'll want you
and
even
they're all
more.
trying to get at you. It's just like, hey, look, I'm out here to work. Like,
Yeah.
just wait. Why are you messaging me?
Guys
You should be
love
knocking.
to be ignored.
You should be knocking.
I'm sorry, but
No,
it's
that's
true.
amen. I'm so glad that we talked about this. This is awesome. This is good stuff, guys. Just realize this is how the game goes.
I know the game.
Yes. So next, anything else? Anything else for girls?
That is some really good advice that I would say that is like probably what makes it or breaks it. But also, I think just like stop being a baby. Like, you have it, you've got it down. Like, there's no difference between a girl and a guy.
There really isn't.
If you go out there and put in the hours and like actually just like set a goal and stick to it, then you'll probably hit it.
Okay, here's 2 really awkward, weird questions that I know girls have asked. Sweaty hot Georgia. How do you deal with makeup and
I deal with it.
odd, because I've had that.
Yeah.
It's so hot and I just feel like I'm melting. Like
You are.
you are. Yeah, so
Embrace it. So
Embrace
is the
it.
customer.
Okay. So
They're
just embrace
melting
it.
too.
Good.
At least you look good. Like, you're still melting and looking good like a girl.
I love it. I love it. So anything, advice on what to wear? A lot of girls have the questions like, is there a length of shorts that's too short?
Yeah, there
to wear?
is.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
as far as attire, is there any advice there?
I did cut a pair of shorts like at a certain length because if you wear them too short, the mom actually won't buy from you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's
Like,
this,
I've noticed.
Who's this weirdo?
Exactly. You don't want to look too hot, but you don't want to look like a guy either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Like,
just presentable,
do it in
but
a
not,
middle
like,
length, yeah.
middle length.
But not like, hey, I'm out here selling other things maybe that you might not
Exactly.
think is pest control.
No, it's a question that I think
Yeah.
a lot of people have is like, where's the line? Because I think people lose sales
Because of their
they're
short
trying
shorts
to
or
become
long. Yeah.
too hot. Exactly.
Yeah, look pretty, but don't look hot.
Yeah.
Like, hot.
Love
Yeah.
it. Okay, now, guys, pay attention now. We're about to get to the good stuff of not
Okay.
females. So if you're a male watching this.
I'm sure they're very intrigued.
No, I'm sure they are. Honestly, I'm sure they are. Okay, so next question. Focus. You've kind of, off camera we talked about, there's this practice that you've kind of, over the few years you've done this, you've trained your mind to just dial in. Like, you're honed in. What do you do to just hone in?
Well, trained is like the key word because it's not easy.
Oh, we all have ADD. We're all.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
freaking-
I have ADD.
Yeah, exactly.
Terribly.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, the biggest problem with salespeople
Yeah.
is they just are like, and then
Come nighttime, I'm just like whistling, like I'm annoying.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, focus. You know what I mean? But like, aside from that, like what I do actually is I will literally make myself focus on what I'm doing in the moment. Like, even when I'm driving, I will like tell myself, if I start thinking of something else, I'll be like, you're focusing on driving and the music. That's it. That's all you're allowed to think about. Like, I will literally discipline myself.
Focusing on what's in
the moment.
Because and that's an interesting practice.
So important.
Think about it just door by door. And this is actually a principle I travel around speaking, and this is one of the principles I teach. So I'm glad you said this.
Yeah.
Because mine is knock every door, knock every day. Right. So if I'm focused on the past door,
No, I
I'm
don't
screwed.
do that.
If I'm focused on the future doors, I'm like, oh, what about that door over there? And it's like, I'm trying to talk to this person. It's like, no, every door, every day. Because the day prior, I could have thrown in 10, but it's a new day, right? If I'm so hyped up on yesterday, then today I might flop.
Or you know what? Actually, like, I told my bosses, I said, believe it or not, I said, I'm going to hit 1,000 accounts this year. And they're like, oh, yeah, you are. Like,
Yeah, everybody says that.
Yeah. But they
Tom,
like
what terrible leader. I'm calling Tom.
no,
out.
he actually like I posted something of Shandon saying like Amy's gonna hit 1,000 accounts this
cool.
year. So I know they did think that, but I do think that a part of them was like, oh, everybody talks. They've been doing it forever, and a lot of people do talk.
Oh,
But-
if you're a talker out there, just
Yeah,
do,
come on.
please.
But like halfway through, or like in the beginning of the summer, I noticed I was focusing on that 1,000 accounts. And it almost psyched me out where I was like, okay, getting anxiety about it. And I'm like, what am I
Yes.
doing? Just like, okay, rewind and like go back, focus on the moment and like forget about that.
Because it's
But
daunting.
have a goal, like my 3 before 3 goal I tell you about.
Yeah, that's the
my
focus.
goal.
So you're
3 before
literally-
3.
You're driving. Your focus is 3 before 3.
Yeah.
It's not 1,000. It's like that'll come as long as I'm doing my 3 before 3.
And then like around 5 or 6 in my head, I'm like, I should be at like 7 or 8 at that point. Like I should be. And if I'm not, then I'm like, okay, I need to like go a little harder. So like I do have those goals, but I don't like say, okay, I'm going to sell 14 today. I never do that actually.
It's 3 before 3. And then it's
I do
6
it
or
in my
7
head
by
a little
8.
bit, but there's no like goal.
That's so a nugget. Write it down, everyone.
Yeah.
Because the issue is so many people get hyped out of themselves. Like they psych themselves out.
Oh, totally.
Because they're focusing not what's in front of them. They're focusing on what's way down the
Like the
road.
job's hard enough. Don't put more pressure if it's not necessary. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
So what other things to focus, or actually the better question, what other things to deal with the emotional side? Because you do have feminine energy.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So it's kind of like, and I'm talking to guys and girls,
Yeah.
that feministic energy that wants to just cry, like just let me
yeah.
deal with it, validate that the day sucked, let me play victim for a while.
yeah.
I just need somebody to like hold me for a second, like that kind of feminine energy. because
And guys do it too.
we have it.
I've heard them.
I've
Guys
managed
do it.
hundreds of people. Trust me.
Yeah.
I've gotten the phone calls of like, dude,
Talk me through this.
just help me out. Can you knock with me?
Oh yeah, I've had them do that too.
Can you come knock with me?
I'm like, no.
That is a feminine piece of energy
Oh,
that's
yeah.
saying, I can't process my emotions.
Yeah.
So like, that's really the question. It's like, what have you done to hack and say, here's how I process the emotion that
Yeah.
maybe comes with this hectic job?
Well, like it's important. Like I feel like the most important thing is like respecting yourself.
Ooh.
Because if you have self-respect, you're gonna get the like crap kicked. Like you're gonna like actually get people like telling you no.
Are
The
people
doors.
dicks to you too?
Yeah, like not nearly as bad.
No, but I
Because I'm
laugh.
nice and a girl.
No, but I laugh because people, like, I'll go knock with people and they just assume that everybody says yes. And I'm like, no, I
Excuse
still
me?
have
Yeah.
rude people to me
I
too.
told you, I'm allowed a gun out in my face
Yeah.
twice.
Okay, guys, she's been thrown in jail
Two
for
dogs.
6 hours.
Two dogs bit me. I went to the
Guns.
hospital twice for that and stitches, and 2 guns. Like,
Yeah, it still happens to you.
It
cute
happens
girl,
to me.
And you still get your face kicked in some days,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
But it's what we do with that is what makes a top
And that's
rep
the thing.
in
You
LA.
have to acknowledge it. Like, you can't just be like, it's not black and white. You have to acknowledge it. Because if you don't, then it will get in your head later on. But what I do is I like tell myself, like in my head, like, I will let you deal with it, just not right now. You'll deal with it when you're done selling. We'll have time to think about it, process it. It's going to be good. We're not going to focus on it right now.
Yeah.
Because you have to you have to give your time to like process what
Yeah, you're
happened.
respecting like the fact that your body dealt with
It
that.
wants
and, like,
to deal with it.
And it's it's just getting beat up.
And allow it, but not then.
So you tell yourself, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll deal with this later. It's cool. Let's just keep going.
I
right?
do tell myself
I
that.
love
yeah.
that. It's that self-talk on a consistent basis, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the end of the day comes, do you do anything to kind of decompress and like,
Yes.
now I can just like,
Yeah.
just let it all come now. Like it's over.
Usually I won't like actually want to deal with it at that point.
Is
So I'm
it kind of like
oh, it's
come
all
and gone at that
good.
point?
Yeah, it's all good. It works itself out.
That's what's so crazy. That's why I asked the question, because I think a lot of people realize you can't sweat the small stuff. And people sweat the small stuff.
Yeah,
that
because
really,
they want to naturally, because they don't want to deal with knocking on people's
They
doors.
want to justify why they're sucking.
A victim.
They want to play the victim because it makes them feel good.
Yeah.
So then
feel better about what's happening.
They have a story, and it's really fun to go to manager and be like, well, it was because of this, and this dude was such a dick, and the area sucked, and then there was this dog, and that's why I bageled. I mean,
And just so you know, after I got bit by that dog and went to the hospital, I went back out and sold 9.
You heard it.
Yeah.
Hold on. We got to reset this real quick. But you literally heard it firsthand. Sold 9 after you got bit by a dog.
And went to the hospital. Yeah.
Man, I think people... Yeah, guys, I just want to stop here. I'm just almost like, guys, like, please, like, the next time...
I've trained my brain.
Okay, in this video, so in university, if you have university, you're watching this video, managers play this. All right, guys, let's get out there today. And everybody's like, oh, man, it's tough.
Just play
Got by a dog, sold 9.
Right after.
Now, the rest of y'all, what story you got?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like...
And after I went to jail for 6 hours, the next day, I think I went out and sold 12 is the number I hit the next day.
You know, I actually had a rep, got thrown in jail, went home.
For soliciting, by the way. That's why I went to jail, just so you all know.
It wasn't for anything else?
No.
Just kidding. We just had to clarify
Literally
that. Had to clarify that.
Yeah.
No,
just so you all know.
I had a rep get thrown in jail, and he's just off of his mission, like just the most Peter Priested cat.
Poor
right?
guy.
Never had a speeding ticket.
Oh, God.
Goes into jail, and literally I go pick him up.
Did he go back out?
I'm like, I'll go bail you out. Like, I'm sorry, man. And,
the least you could do.
I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I'll take responsibility, whatever.
Yeah.
He goes home, like, literally, I need the next flight home. I can't hack this. This is crazy. And I'm like...
His life's over.
It was
the
like...
The girl will never marry him now.
It was like, I have been so sick. Like, I need to get baptized again. Like, it was like, I'm filthy. Like, the looks that the people in jail were giving me, the people walking by, like, what did he do? He's a rapist, isn't he? It's like, no, you didn't have your permit when you were supposed to, and you didn't even realize we're in city limits. Like, it was a fluke incident. Like, I'm sorry. But guess what?
Yeah.
I could have sat, like, I got thrown in jail one time, and I was like, I'm like, I actually went back to the same damn town, and I was like, this is my hood. I'm loving this thing.
You're almost like, this is a challenge now. I'm going to go back there and face that town and kill it.
Own it. Yeah. Exactly.
No, that's important.
Hashtag hack. Why is she a top performer in this space? Plain and
everything's
simple.
a challenge to me.
Yeah.
Embrace it. And you just... stop caring. Like, who cares?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I went to jail.
Especially in Utah. Everyone judges, whatever. Like,
oh my gosh.
who cares? Amen. Most of those people aren't even doing anything with their lives.
It's so true.
Like,
it's like,
who cares what they
do?
think?
And what's so funny, it's almost like fun to me in the sense of, yeah, I knock doors. Yeah, I ride a scooter door to door.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Who cares? Like,
who
what
cares?
do you do? Well, that's cool.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Having that whole, like, let me brush it off. It's whatever. I'll deal with it later. It's don't sweat the small stuff. I love that. Okay, we got to move on because I want to dive into, the nitty-gritty sales stuff.
Let's do it.
So, if you're listening and you sell pest control, we're about to get real. If you're listening...
I didn't know we weren't real, but...
And if you're not selling pest control, this is kind of where you hang up. Or if you want to ever sell pest control, this is where it gets real. So
don't hang up though. It's good for everyone, I think.
It'll be the psychology of sales. Like at the end of the day, what's so funny is I've
got some good stuff.
I took my alarm pitch and I did solar and I did the same pitch and then I did roofing, did the same pitch,
then
I've done this and this.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, so now I travel around. I literally train for GAF, the largest roofing manufacturer in the world, and I travel around the country speaking for them. And I'm like, I never even did roofs, but
I kill it. I'm Sam. I kill it.
Here's my process.
I've done everything.
I'm like, it'll work.
Yeah.
And they go out and try it, and they're like, holy cow.
Isn't confidence so important?
It's so important. It's so true. Like having just a process and the confidence and what you say and who you are.
Oh yeah.
Amen. Okay, so let's dive into it.
Okay.
Tell us first off, secret to some pest control. Just it doesn't have to be pitch. It's like is there a secret you want to?
Is there a secret?
Yeah.
There's a lot of secrets. And I've been asked that a lot this summer. There's a lot of secrets.
I know, I'm just saying, there's got to be
So
one.
come and work for me, I'll teach you everything. Just kidding.
Okay.
No. In other words, like, yeah, there are some secrets. I think the most important thing is people just want to relate. Like, they want to know that they're understood. That is the secret. If you can actually make that person feel like you're understanding them, then you're already like halfway there. If anything, like, you've pretty much sold them.
So when you say understand, expound on that. Like, I'm customer, you're rep.
So
like I'm dealing with something. Like, it's more like I have a problem, or like what do you?
Don't focus on the problem, but like if anything, just like this is what I think.
Yeah,
a lot of people go out and knock, and they're like, okay, if I act like I'm a boss, then they're gonna buy from me. No, they won't. They'll just look at you like you're an idiot, and they'll shut the door in your face because you're superior to them, and nobody likes that. If you go out there and like, I'm sorry for myself, then they'll probably treat you like that, and you'll leave feeling more sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
There's a middle ground. Like,
Ooh, I love this.
don't act superior, don't act sorry for yourself. Like, level with people. They just like, they're human. Like, if you treat them like they're human and that's that, then yeah, it's like, honestly makes a big difference.
See them where they are.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like, don't come in here.
Like, they're your best friend
Don't
almost.
come in here.
Like, hey, it's been a while.
Hey, wasn't it lasagna you were cooking tonight? Like,
totally.
It was lasagna, wasn't it? And it's like,
That's so true.
approach it like that.
I think
it's like,
I've
wait,
done that.
Who
Just
are you?
kidding.
And you're like, didn't you invite us? It's like,
You could even do that, honestly.
I've done
Go to
it.
their. I've done
I'm
it.
telling you, like, you approach in the sense of, I was invited, we're your best friends, you
That
just
is
didn't
so,
know it.
yeah.
You didn't know it, but we'll be best
But we
friends
will
in 20
be.
minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
if
give
you
me this.
have that attitude, that will make a big difference.
Cool, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so average sale time.
What do you mean?
Well, how long does it take to get your sale, start to finish?
Oh, like 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Because I think some people...
If it's 30 minutes, then I'm like, all right, get it going.
kinda
I'll
like,
get mad at myself.
Are you really making me explain how the eaves get sprayed again? Please? Like, please, ma'am.
No, I mean to myself. I'm like, come on.
Oh, you're like,
pick it up.
I
You
can't
haven't
even
sold
close this
anything
one?
yet? What's wrong with you?
Cool.
Come on.
So, ratio, out of 10 doors, how many do you close?
I close a lot. Like, probably if I knock like 10 doors,
The answer, like potential
I will
buyer.
probably close like 7 of them.
That's
Maybe
awesome.
8. Yeah.
So, sorry, I'm just giving like good frame to this, and then we're going to go into the nitty-gritties. So, let's go into just simple, your icebreaker. Do you have
Okay.
like a key first 30 second?
No.
It's
I have a
different every
lot.
time?
It's different every
Cool.
time.
Give me your first 2 favorite. And I'll give you my scenario.
Like my intro, or what do you mean?
Yeah, intro, first 30 seconds.
Okay.
So, I'm going to
Without giving too much? Just kidding.
Okay, yeah, you can give as much as you want. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm a 65-year-old dude, retired, no kids in the house.
Then you talk like a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Actually.
No, well, I'll play that.
Like no. Like I
what
will.
you would do.
If it's a 65-year-old man, you talk slower and lighter. They don't want a like strong, aggressive person.
They're more like,
Yeah. You have to talk lighter.
Amen. So let's do
So
it.
I'll be like, hi, how are you?
I'm good,
Like
how
a
you
little
doing?
sort. And then like if you go to an older guy, I'd be like, hey, how's it going? Like there's 2 different approaches, like
Yeah.
slower and softer or more aggressive.
Love that. And so you've even studied down to the dialing.
Totally. It's
what's
important.
the difference there.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't pay attention to those little details.
There are.
And I want you guys, as you watch this, listen to how dialed
Tone
she
of
is.
voice, yeah.
And she knows, oh, he's 65? Oh, light and soft and slower.
A woman,
you just knew
you
that.
have to be a lot sweeter. Like, if anything, you might even flirt with them a little bit. Because, like, they're the same as the guy. They want to...
So true.
Yeah.
They want to feel connection.
Yeah.
They want to feel like, oh, it's my girl.
Bat your eyes a little bit. Smile with your eyes. Like, yeah, totally.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's go through it a little bit. So I'm middle 30s, 2 little kids, kind of a new family, younger family, first time homeowner, average,
Then I'll be very confident.
very confident.
Oh, yeah.
So give it
they're-
to me. So
they're moving into, like, a place that they don't know either. They're figuring it out, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're the expert.
Yeah,
You're coming
I'm
off
the
like,
expert.
Duh, like we do all
The
these.
older guy might like act like the expert and I'll like let him, but this guy, like he's not the expert. I know he's not. So I'm going to take advantage of that.
I love
Yeah.
that. Okay, so give it to me. Ready? Go.
Hi, how are you?
What do you want?
Yeah, my name's Amy. So we're going to go ahead and set up a route for the community. I guess everyone's been seeing like a ton of bugs. Are you seeing ants and spiders? I'm assuming, right?
Like bug, like all the bugs.
Yeah,
we
like
get bugs.
The wasps.
It's Georgia. I mean, like.
Oh yeah, exactly. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of all the homes today and tomorrow. If you can just be here while we're out, it's more than half off.
How much is it?
How many bathrooms do you have?
How many bathrooms do I have?
Yeah, that's all I'm giving you. Stop,
I love
pause.
that. How many bathrooms do I have?
I changed the subject. I change it all the time.
You redirect it. Mm-hmm. I know. I saw what you did, but I was like, I love that.
Yeah.
Because like, so Josh Sutherland, that I was telling you about, like we did the same kind of thing on the podcast.
And I don't say that every time.
No, but what you're doing, and it's the psychology. It's a redirect. So he'd be like, so who's your homeowner's insurance through?
Yeah.
Or just random. So like, oh, did you say your kids played baseball?
Or I'll be like, what kind of bugs are you seeing again? Did you say spiders? Okay, let me show you how it works.
So let's go to that. Mm-hmm. So would you say that's an objection, or it's just a?
No.
I asked a question, right?
Yeah.
I said, so how much is it?
Yeah.
Because aren't you going to get that?
In my head, nothing is like actually an objection. I don't think.
Yeah, it's just kind of like.
It's all just like, okay, what's
how
next
do I play
to go
the dance?
with? Exactly.
And just like matrix that.
If you actually think of it as an objection, I think it's gonna like get in your head. Yeah.
Okay, so I said, how much is it? You said, how many bathrooms do you have? Mm-hmm. Your psychology behind that.
Change the subject.
Change the subject.
Get them off the topic of the price.
And then all of a sudden, you just keep going with your flow.
And this is one thing I actually do. I might bite my tongue for saying this, but I do not let people take the power away from me. Like, that's, I think, very important, especially for a girl. I don't know, maybe a guy too.
Because they feel like
it is important just as much for a guy, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Totally in control. On the door, I'm like, this is my office.
Yeah.
I speak, I'll let you know when you're okay to speak.
Yeah.
This is my
right.
game.
As soon as you give up that control, that power, it's game over.
So you gain control by, though, asking a question. I think a lot of people think, if I talk faster and louder, then I'll get more control.
No, I gain control by not responding when they're asking me to respond.
There you go.
I do things on my time. That is control.
There's a thing, and I think it's so important because I think a lot of people misunderstand when they say, well, I've got to be in control. They bring that whole superior.
And people hate that.
They hate it. I'm not
That's
superior.
why they're so rude to you if you act that way.
Amen. Hack. Top performer. Here we go, people. Like,
I'm giving too much.
But that's just simple principles that I think people want to hear, but they don't ever really get taught on. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I wanted to.
Because a lot of people don't like actually sit there and realize.
They don't process that.
Yeah.
They don't. Oh, I'm being a dick. Well, nobody wants to buy from a dick. So like, it's simply.
So then I'll be overly nice. Well, nobody wants to buy from someone overly nice either.
I'm in the middle. I'm meeting them at their level.
Right.
But I'm not buying into their game. I'm going to let them play my game.
Yeah.
So let's play a couple other objections. And I want to kind of dive into, and I want to watch how you maintain control. Mm-hmm. Because I think this is an interesting piece. Okay. Oh, well, we've already got pest control. It's pest control.
Sure,
right? We've already got a pest control.
Oh, yeah. Your neighbor said the same thing. Who are you using?
We use Orkin.
Orkin? Oh, they're a great company, huh?
Yeah.
How much are you paying?
My wife does all that. I don't know, but we're pretty happy with
Yeah,
them.
you're probably paying a ton, actually, because they charge a lot. So I'll go ahead and give you a really good price, and we'll do just as much, if not more. So let me show you how it works.
And then you transition then. Cool. Okay, so you played in. Tell me kind of what you did there.
You have to acknowledge, like, what they're telling you. Because if you just, like, jump over them, then they're going to be, like, even more defensive. Because that is a defensive thing that they're saying already. So if you don't acknowledge that and bring it down, then they're just going to, like, make you leave even faster.
Yeah, because I think, and notice, I want the listeners to notice, you didn't speed up. You didn't get joggled. You're kind of like, oh, yeah.
They expect you to speed up.
They expect you. So, guys, I don't think a lot of people catch these little things that I do. So you said, so you'd play, let's do it slower.
Okay.
Oh, I already have a company.
Sure, most people do. Who are you using?
Where what he's expecting you to say is...
Oh my gosh, okay.
You already have a company?
Yeah.
Like, oh, darn it, I was expecting you not to have a company.
He wants to shake you up. Yeah. He wants you to leave.
And that's them assuming I can get you to leave by saying I already have a company.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh yeah, you want to have a conversation about your company? Thanks for bringing that up. Like, duh, you have a company? That's awesome.
Yeah, of course.
Of course you have a company.
Just like, of course to everything, period.
Of course. I appreciate you sharing
Any
that.
objections?
I'm sure they're
totally.
awesome. So, yeah, let me show you kind of what we do.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Acknowledge,
control.
move on.
Yeah. It's like, acknowledge, oh, interesting. Yeah, so kind of what we do is like...
And don't let them see that you're like actually like wondering. Like,
yes.
Or like stopped in your steps.
100%.
Yeah.
Just keep moving. And just
Don't
be your
let
same
them
pace.
see that
don't
you're...
change. Don't joggle. Okay, another objection. Ready? Honestly, you're like the 5th pest control guy that's come by.
Those guys, you know what I do say? This is funny. Those guys are so annoying. Don't you hate that they come? You should put a no soliciting sign up. It'd probably make less of them come. Anyway, let me show you how it works. I no joke say that.
I love it.
Oh my god. I literally will be like, oh my gosh, those guys are so annoying. Yeah, your neighbors told me too. They're so annoying.
So what's the psychology there? Because I want people to catch. Because it's not that she's just saying it. People listening to this.
In my head,
not
I
just-
believe I'm meant to be there.
Yeah, and it's
I'm not soliciting.
you're one, you're respecting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
2, you're meant to be there. It's kind of like no, oh, whoa, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I got you. Like, duh, those annoying guys that just try to like sell you all the time.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh.
And if it's like one of those soliciting signs that are like handwritten or like something crazy, then I'll acknowledge it. I'll be like, I saw your no soliciting sign. Don't worry, I'm not soliciting. Anyways, like you gotta acknowledge it if it's like threatening.
So big. It's because
they will bring it up
on the tribe page. You have like, this side. I mean, there's been some creative ones posted.
Oh,
like,
totally.
Like, who takes the time to like get that? Like,
hey, just so you know, we have guns here. Like, excuse me.
What happened?
Cool.
Yeah, I'm like, thanks for. Like,
You're gonna shoot me?
Exactly.
For stopping at your door.
It shows though. Okay, I want to. Last topic, then we finish.
Okay.
There's a level of persistence. What's your level of persistence?
Very.
And I want to speak to this, and I assume that for 2 reasons.
Oh, yeah.
1, you're a top performer, which persists, I think, a lot harder than most.
Yeah.
And 2, you've had 2 guns pulled on you, and you're attractive. And, you know what I mean? Not most people are like, let me pull a gun on this random girl knocking on my door.
And by the way, I haven't even like said anything both times. Like, I just knock on the door and they're holding a gun.
It's wild.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting question. I've never asked this to people.
Yeah.
Level of persistence. When do you stop?
Sometimes I like actually will be like, what the crap did you just do? You should have stopped earlier. Like, sometimes I'll get carried away.
Yeah,
but,
like it's almost like a game to you at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll just keep going.
I gotta keep going. If they don't, okay.
Yeah,
I've
what's the rule?
actually
Like, what's
told
your
people,
game?
I like have said this before. If you don't literally tell me no and to get off your property, just so you know, I'm not gonna stop. I will say that.
That is so cool.
Like, I've done that plenty of times.
It's like, just, hey.
If you don't literally, like, kick me off your property,
We're doing this.
I'm gonna keep talking you into buying this.
So how does that end up for you? Do you feel like that results
They
in...
love it. People want to, like, actually think you're working for them.
It's like, I'm here to earn your freaking business. Like, I'm here to make it happen.
Embrace it, yeah.
And I think what happens is it shocks them. They're
Oh,
kinda
it
like,
does. People like
nobody's
it.
ever really been that...
Persistent.
Like, persistent. Like, that's pretty cool.
And they think highly of you. If you can sell that person, they're actually like way stoked on you, because at that point they're like, wow, that person wanted me that bad that they went over all that bull crap just to like get me.
My favorite line, you're the first door-to-door person in the last 20 years that I've ever bought from. And
you're like
yes. Your favorite? You're just like, yes!
You want to know the worst line? You're such a good salesperson.
Oh my god!
I'm like,
shoot me in the face.
I will tell them. I'm like, that's insulting.
Yeah,
actually.
I've had that where I've literally said to the guy, I'm like, you just told me I'm a great salesperson and didn't buy. That makes no sense.
I'm like,
and he's like,
well, I still liked you.
Yeah, it's like, you're really good, man. Like, you really probably do pretty well. I'm like, no, you didn't
I saw
buy.
clearly.
Like,
I need to work on some things.
I'm like, clearly tell me what I did wrong, not right.
Yeah.
Let's buy. Let's go. Let's do this.
That's how I am too, totally.
Okay, so any other thing on persistence? Like,
Be persistent. Like, oh my gosh, actually, you know what? Like, that's where a lot of people go wrong in their day-to-day, is that they aren't as persistent with their numbers. Like, I have had the worst days. I told you, I got bit and sold 9. Like, I've had the worst days, but like, I am so stubborn about my freaking goals. Like, if I have a number in my head and I haven't hit that number, which is usually like at least double digits, then I don't care. I'm like, I'm hitting the goal. Like, I owe that to myself, especially because of all the crap I've dealt with. If anything, like, at least have something to show for it, because once I go home feeling that way, I know it's going to be 10 times worse if I don't have success from that.
So true.
Yeah.
So true. Okay, guys, you've heard it firsthand. She has shared 100% some good stuff.
Yeah.
So we didn't hold back, and I honestly want to acknowledge you for that. Like, I know you were kind of nervous at the first. You're like, oh, what should I
don't want
say?
to give too much.
Yeah, I don't want to. And guys, if you don't take something away from this, guys and gals, hopefully.
And just so you all know, like, I've trained people with this stuff and seen them hit double. Like, this stuff works, honestly. It
does, and that's what, and I want to just say thank you for being on the show, and I'm excited to acknowledge you up on the big stage, and, this will be a much bigger stage this year. We've already had a lot of tickets sold, and this will be fun. Anyway, you get to come for free, by the way.
Yes, oh my gosh.
And you get the VIP dinner,
awesome.
Which we're doing something really cool on Friday night. And anyway, I got you a book, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I love books.
I wanted to give you this, but
yes.
And then
this is your book.
Yeah, I got you a book.
Everyone should read this, just so you know. This guy has hit numbers that people don't hit in alarms, and he's been in every type of environment with selling and killed it.
Trying.
ABCs of closing.
ABCs of closing.
I'm gonna read it.
And then I always ask this question in the last thing of the podcast. In a really short, summed up version, if you could give one piece of advice to the whole door-to-door space, what would you give them?
You know what? Like, honestly, I just feel like in life, we have this one life, and it's so important to, like, just believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people that could be rooting against you or obstacles. Everyone deals with it. That doesn't mean that you don't have the chance to actually overcome those and be something. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't start from this point. It was a lot of work and consistency. But if you actually keep going with the thing you're working on, then you'll probably have something to show for it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, you guys heard it. I appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you, guys. Much love. Share this if you love it.
Thank you all.
Tag your friends. See you guys.